Great morning, great morning, great morning, great morning. It's time today. What a merry way. Hey, great morning, great people. It is Sierra Exantis, and I teach women how to date well so they can marry well. Listen, listen. All right, gotta talk to you about something today. Um, this has been something that has been on my mind for, and I've never really truly understood it, and it's been on my mind for years, and I wanted to talk about it today. It is the topic of sexual liberation. In the sense of how we talk about it when it comes to dating and love. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Dating, love, all of those things. Is it really liberation? And the reason I ask is because I've seen more bondage and strongholds created by this idea of sexual liberation than I have empowerment. Let's just talk about some of the things that sexual liberation has created, right? Um, High STD rates. Does that sound like liberation or more like bondage? Um, More single parents, more children born out of wedlock, more soul ties, more trauma bonds, STDs, broken families, trauma bonds, um, just overall trying to make this idea of sexual liberation something that is not something that is, oh, it's empowering to sleep around. It's empowering to, you know, be out here and do what you want to do. And oh, I am woman, hear me roar. This type of thing, y'all, is very getting crazy. So much to the point where we have got to, especially if you are a woman raising daughters, you got to raise your daughters to understand that, hey, listen, especially when they become of age, this is not the way. This is not the way to go because sexual liberation really is more like the greatest bondage than anything. There's nothing liberating about soul ties. There's nothing liberating about trauma bonds. There's nothing liberating about sleeping around with so many different men, turning up pregnant, not knowing who the daddy is. There's nothing liberating about knowing who the daddy is, and that man don't want to have nothing to do with you because you was a one night stand. He was a busted baby. He was a bust down. There's nothing liberating about any of this. So why are we trying to make this into something that is just, oh, this is empowering. This is fun. I'm not saying any of us is no angels that we have to be, like, oh my God, we've never had sex, we've never done anything, we're just perfect. No, I'm not saying that, and I'm definitely not coming from that place. But we are getting so reckless with the idea of sexuality and just who we are. We're just like having no boundaries, none. We're just doing whatever, however, with whoever, whenever, because we feel like it. And this type of recklessness is only sending us, you know, fast on a fast track to hell. You know what I'm saying? To say it in a nice way. Yeah, that's nice. Because it's like we are, and when I say hell, I don't mean literally hell, as in heaven or hell. I mean the end result that we get is hell. It's bondage. It's it's strife, it's problematic, but we still continuously want to act like this is something that is so normal. And then we get mad when somebody wants to tell us, hey, sis, this is not the way to go. Sis, there's so many other things that you can be doing, with yourself, instead of just sleeping around, being with whoever, whenever, letting somebody, you know, bust down on you like you some little piece of trash. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. Seriously? Does that feel normal? I mean, ladies, does that feel normal to you? Does it feel good when you're sleeping with this one and you go to this one and you go with that one and you try this one out and that one and this one and that one and that one and you go to this one and okay, he don't work out, so now we're going to this one. Now we're doing this. We got our mouth on him, got our mouth on him, mouth on him, mouth on him, mouth on him, his mouth on me. I mean, all these different things. Does this seem normal to us? Because I've asked quite a few women how they felt about this whole idea, when how do you feel, when you sleep with a man and next day you kind of knew it was like, it was just or this is the way I phrase the question. How do you feel when you sleep with a man and then later on you don't have no type of relationship or ties with him? How do you feel? And a lot of women say they felt empty, they felt abandoned, they felt used, all of those different things. But why is it that we continuously act as though this is normal? This is okay. This is something that we do. This is just the culture. This is the new way. No, honey, this is not the way. And if you're honest with yourself and can mute all other voices, mute social media, mute your friends, um mute everybody and just stand still and listen to yourself, can you honestly say that you feel happy and fulfilled with this type of behavior? This is fulfilling to you. Being with all these different people who are with all these different people, who those people are with all these different people, who those people that they were with all these different people, that feels empowering to you. We got to do better, especially if we are going to raise children who know better and who do better and respect themselves, respect their body, respect who they are as women. Young ladies that we're raising up cannot, and I repeat, cannot undergo this type of teaching that it is totally okay to be reckless with your body. Share your body with whoever you want. Oh, just whoever you want, you just be free. No. The real sexual liberation happens under the covenant of a healthy marriage. A monogamous, healthy marriage where ain't nobody around here sleeping around on nobody, ain't nobody around here catching no diseases or whatever, because guess what? If we come up pregnant, we pregnant. We're having a baby. We're adding to the family. We're building legacy. So it's a lot different than when you just out here being sexually reckless and end up pregnant. And this is nothing to, I'm not shunning nobody. I'm not looking down on nobody. I'm a product of a single parent myself. But I just feel like if somebody doesn't say anything, we're going to continue to have these cycles of single parenthood, these cycles of high STD rates, these cycles of soul ties, of trauma bonds. If nobody addresses this as something that's not normal, these things are going to continue. Let me know what you all think, because I've been thinking, I'm like, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that, because, and it's not like, oh, you have to be a nun or you have to be this person that is totally against sex and anti-sex. People feel like if you're not out here being sexually reckless, and doing whatever with whoever, whenever, that you are just like, got to be like this saint or whatever when it comes to sex. No, but I'm just saying, can it be under the covenant of a healthy marriage with your husband? I mean, can this not be a thing? And I'm not acting like I've always been a woman that's been that's never had sex outside of marriage. No, that's no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, can we start to get to know people and build something sustainable long term instead of just growing older without growing wiser? Because we are people always say, "Oh, grown people." Yeah, you're grown, but are you growing? If you know that these things have not worked, we have got to say, "Okay, I'm getting older. I see this hasn't worked. I'm preserving myself for my husband." And yes, you can still do that. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't change and that you can't make a change about who you are, and you can't cleanse your body and yourself of past behaviors to make room and make space for something new and something promising in your life. Don't ever let nobody tell you that. Don't ever let nobody lie to you and tell you you can't do it like you used to, because you're not. We, just as a collective, especially as women, have to start understanding that sexual liberation only equals bondage for us. Sexual liberation benefits men who don't want nothing to do with you but sex more than it benefits you. There's nothing liberating about STDs, single parenthood, trauma bonds, soul ties. There's nothing liberating about that, sis. Let's start calling a thing a thing. We can make a change. We can change, but it got to start with us. This has been Sierra Exantis, and I teach women how to date but a married way.